Joining us, it was 1 week ago today that a police-involved shooting resulted in the death of a 20-year-old Port Wentworth man. Police say they were forced to draw their weapons after a robbery investigation led them to a home in Port Wentworth's Newport subdivision. Deshaun Travis died after police say he tried to flee the scene and put officers' lives in danger.
Mr. Travis was giving verbal commands to stop, which he refused to obey. He placed the vehicle in reverse and attempted to back out of the driveway rapidly towards officers who were standing to the rear of the vehicle.
Chief Libby added that the officers did as well as they could considering the situation, but many in the community are questioning that statement and the actions of police. New tonight at 11, they had their say at an emotionally charged candlelight vigil for Travis in Port Wentworth. Andrew Davis has the story.
This was the scene just 6 days ago. Blue lights, police cars, a shooting, a teen dead. Tonight, some of the same people who were there the night Deshaun Travis died or knew and loved him, all with the same prayers, emotions, anger, and fear, all asking for an investigation, for answers, for justice.
To me, they had a Bonnie Fife mentality. And with that Bonnie Fife mentality, a life was lost.
I just broke down and cried again because honestly, that bullet could have been for me.
Giorgio Brown came to tonight's vigil not because he knew Deshaun, but just hours before the shooting, he was in a similar situation.
Somebody's telling me to take my keys out the ignition. Somebody's yelling for my ID card. You know, at this point in time, the only thing I could think of is, I'm going to do the wrong thing and I'm going to get shot.
He did get an apology from Pooler Police, but came tonight to send a message to everyone Deshaun left behind.
Everything that we do is not correct. Everything that we do is not justified. But things like this, you can't justify this. 2 guys in one night, and I just happen to be the lucky guy. Why? I don't know.
The night closed with more prayers for the young men of the community called on to be smart and be careful. Then a call to action, an investigation into that night to make sure Deshaun's death was not in vain.
We want the community to get involved because it could be you, your son, or your daughter, your family member, your loved one, the next time.
In Port Wentworth, Andrew Davis, WSAV News 3.
Well, the group says there are just too many questions about what happened that night. They're asking for an independent investigation outside the GBI into Deshaun's death and the officers who fired the fatal shots. Now, Deshaun's father, who attended tonight's vigil but did not speak, is asking for the same.
I mean, it's clear that what they did was wrong. So as far as I see it, these officers are responsible for murdering my son. That's how I feel about it.
That phone interview was conducted last week. Now, at last report, the officers involved have been placed on administrative leave, and Chief Libby said his department is fully cooperating in the GBI's investigation.